I'm gonna talk more about the censorship thing they doing with the internet, right? I had mentioned I mentioned some of the things that's coming with that, but and I want to mention another step that I spoke about this like some years back, but we're getting closer to it, and that was before I started making videos, revealing myself. I just put comments before because I was raised during the time when they said don't upload stuff to the internet, don't put yourself online. Anybody born like before the 2000s, maybe before 2000, no, before 1990, yeah, yeah. I guess I'll see during the America Online period. Actually, even in the early 2000s, like you was told not to like put yourself online, so do pictures stuff. But after that, that's actually the thing to do nowadays is put yourself online, because that's how you can make money and have a whole freaking company just being a damn jackass like most of the people are nowadays. That's online and the biggest names. But see now they're what happened first was all the companies, all the internet companies, got bought out by the TV companies. That's why before and like during dial up and stuff, you used to could have like share your movies and stuff with programs like BearShare, LimeWire, uh, and those other things. But now you can't. Like, well, now you can't. But you used to could have shared the movies you bought, and they couldn't. They did. The internet companies didn't care because they were real internet companies, independent. Started by people who just wanted to, believed in that, and they didn't have other interests in it, like NBC, Sony, those type of people, the MGM, the movie television broadcast company. So we could share movies, share music, and it was okay. If I bought like, if I bought a movie like The Godfather or Scarface or something like that, right? All About the Benjamins next Friday, and I bought it, use a program, rip it, have it on my computer, put it in the files that I want to share. People could download it, and if someone else bought some stuff like uh, uh, the Boondocks, uh, Ed, Ed and Eddie, the Rugrats, right? They bought the DVD, purchased it legally, like I did, and then uploaded in there for the we can share it. Just like if we were neighbors, I could give you my DVD and you could give me yours. We could trade, swap, share. The barter system, stuff like that, which is what this all should really be. And that's what communism is. But evil people pretend to be communists and think like do like a shared commonwealth type thing, but it's they all be anything could be hijacked by a wolf in sheep clothing. And that's what happens with most communists. They act like capitalism is better, but it's not. It's worse. But yeah. So like, what they did, what those television companies did, like NBC, Comcast, and all of them, like they bought all those companies because they had the money. CBS, all of them, they bought the internet companies, and what they started doing was threatening people to take legal action, which they could not unless you made a profit from it. That's the only way that they could really do you anything, is if you make a profit from it. As long as you didn't make a profit, you were okay. So they did that, and then they told people, hey, because with DSL you had unlimited internet. You just would have like I think they would let you buy, yeah, you had speeds like 56K and some other things like this, right? So you would pay more for the speeds, but you had unlimited internet, and it wasn't told, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that. But once they started offering people broadband internet, they could see and monitor everything you downloaded and did, every site you went to. And they started off with, yeah, you could get it's faster, faster internet speed. You'd be better than everybody else. Is the thing. That's always a dangerous trap that people fall for, trying to be better than everyone else. And and I'm not talking about natural gifts. I'm talking about whenever it's something to like purchase or try to use greed to sell some stuff. Like instead of just letting it be a free thing, and we people just donate however like that. But that's what they did with broadband. They uh they told people that. So and it was tempting at the time because you could get better gaming speeds and stuff like this and download speeds, but DSL was better in a lot of ways. It was faster because I went to family members' house that had broadband. It did go fast, but it wasn't fast enough to really. It wasn't that fast where it's like, oh, I gotta have this to hell with DSL. Right now, I prefer DSL. You know, if I could have the privacy and stuff that I had with DSL, I would choose that. And now um, the type of DSL we have now, it's a different type. Like AT&T offers one, and it's AT&T offers one. Earthlink got bought by NBC, Comcast, Cox. All of them they got bought. So that's why anytime you download something nowadays, like a movie, they'll just like they'll threaten you or send a letter like, oh, we can sue you because this is DMCA, which they can't. It's a lie. They're just trying to threaten you and scare you. All they could do is refuse service to you. That's all they could really do. They can't do anything else. And people sacrificed their freedoms for faster internet, but they didn't know. And what they did was they scared a lot of people off of torrents. So then things went to other methods, and it kind of destroyed the scene. And that's why right now we got people that's trying to share stuff over all kind of random things, and it's hard to find one common place where you can get your stuff from. Torrents are still active, but now you have to use a VPN. And just like with this the Internet Child Safety, I forgot the abbreviations for it. ROSA or some RCOE or whatever, but the kid safety thing. Anytime they throw the kids in your face, they trying to screw you over. Because people act so stupid about the PDF Ilia and things like this, like it's a crime. They'll let you watch gore, all kind of people getting murdered, burnt, decapitated. They got all that online, but they lose their whenever it's something like that. They did the same thing with Pornhub and stuff, where they said, "Oh, this is happening on here," like all this stuff, and there was no CP on Pornhub. There was not. If it was, a lot of people, it would be high up in the list, and it was not. And so they used that excuse to get the backing from all the idiots, and there's a lot of them. Almost everybody is an idiot. Like if you fell for it, you know who you are. Like don't be so damn gullible now. Hopefully now you know that they're doing this to take away people's games. To take away, now you gotta register, put your ID identification online just to. Like in the UK, they got it now for sites and stuff, right? So that's why I'm gonna say this prophecy that I've been said this to my family. Well, to my brother for sure. He's the one I talk to most of it now. But that the next step they're gonna do is you'll be paying for. But yeah, let me not hop over the broadband thing. So for with broadband, they did that. It was unlimited. Then they changed it to it. You get even higher speeds. They change it up to where it's like they keep doing this too. Excuse me, where they cut it up and packaged it. They started with the phone too. Phones used to have unlimited internet, unlimited. I used to game on a. It was for my mom. This was back in 2005 or something like that. But it was called a Sony Ericsson. It was orange and silver, and it was slide. And you had the little USB hookup thing, and you could hook it. You turn on the internet thing on there, hook it to the laptop via USB, and you had internet. And I could play Counter-Strike 1.6 all night, all day, download torrents, everything. That's what the internet is. That's the real internet. And you'll just pay for your phone bill, like normal. It had a little bit of lag, Just a little bit of lag sometimes, but not much different from that whenever I used DSL. It was great internet, but that company got bought out, like I said, by Cox, which Cox is owned by NBC Comcast, and all the rest, Xfinity, all of it. And all of the TV networks own all of it. So what they started doing with the broadband, they cut it up. You get 10 gigs for it, and they did it with the phone as well. So it's just like Verizon. If you download some movies or something, I think it's just movies. I don't think it's music because it's not music companies that bought the internet companies. It's the movies. If you download a movie or something, they hit you with a bill or something like that. They hit you with a bill, I've heard. I don't use Verizon, so I don't know. But that's so intrusive. Like, that's how they was able to do this. Like, they always plan shit like this ahead of time. And hopefully y'all, I hope for the people that stay watching it, 10 minutes in, usually people lose their fucking mind, ADHD, and they just going off. I can't stand how people attention span is nowadays. Like, they don't understand how destructive the shit is to society that people can't sit down like 10, 11 minutes and just watch someone explain something or talk about something. They have to keep hey look, glitter, flashing lights. Hey look, keep touching, hitting on stuff. Like, it's like, and then the kids are gonna be even worse. Cause the ones I'm talking about right now are in their damn 20s and 30s right now. And unless I'm yelling like a fucking retard. I hope YouTube don't trip about it. That's another thing, like the censoring, you can't even speak anymore. You can't say real legal words for things that happen without them like using AI to hear your audio and then put you down, block your video. That's why I don't even care. Like, it's nothing anybody can do. Like, the time to fight was way back then. Was way back then when a few of us was mentioning all this happening. But they just threw the kids up in your face, protect the children, and y'all just lost your fucking minds and just went blind. That, and you can be better than everybody else with having faster speeds. You know, it's similar. It's similar to the whole white supremacy thing. Everything is good as long as I'm not an N word. As long as I'm not an N word, I'm good. And that's white supremacy, and it's the same thing like that. Trying to be better, a false thing of trying to appear to be better than the people that's actually better than you. Better than it's like people that was on DSL was better than the ones on broadband. You know, but yeah, so they cut up the broadband stuff and just hiked the price up. You had no other choice but to go to those companies because the TV networks bought all the stuff. All the DSL companies was gone, and yeah, now we're here. So what people did in the UK, because the UK was the first one, because America, this is a lot deeper, and I have to go down a whole nother rabbit hole, I guess I'd say, or dimension, or deception, where, well, it explains like America is not really America. America been taken over by England. Canada as well is owned by England. And the Vatican and stuff, all that stuff got something to do with it. It's really, America was made by the church. And our real rulers is the British. That's why, like, I ain't gonna go into it, but I'll just say this. That's why America cares so much about what Britain is doing on the news, the media networks. We fought against these guys to not tell us what to do and run us, but yet the world stops in America. The USA stops whenever something happens in England, but people don't question that. But anyway, so the internet, yeah, they cut up the internet stuff, and yeah, the safety internet BS for the children. It's launched in England right now, and they asking for the IDs to do anything and stuff, right? So what they started doing, the people in England, like what people always do whenever the internet tries to invade your privacy, they go to the VPNs. Well, guess what? Like I called it, I just didn't make a video on it. I don't think maybe I mentioned it in one of my videos before. But they're banning VPNs, and I knew that was coming. If you're around me, you're gonna get some predictions. I try not to say it, but I'm a prophet. and it's like right now, it's like God forcing me to come out and explain, like, and give the messages to the world right now. I guess it's I don't know if it'll blow up as far as the message go out, but hey, I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna start saying the prophecies I make now online for everybody. But what happened is, what's gonna happen next? I called they banning the VPNs. Then they're gonna start setting up where people have to pay. You'll have, for example, you'll pay however much, inflation or whatever they're doing. They always wanted to take us from the internet. The internet is too freeing. It's educational. I'm like, you can learn more stuff than someone that has been to college. It's just sitting down on the internet watching YouTube videos, and reading forums and docs and stuff, right? Like, they've burned books and stuff. They the Vatican instructed people to burn Bibles. There's a certain Dewey Reams version Bible, I think it is, or a certain type of Bible that they said to burn. Now that'll be hard to find right now on the internet, but my mom told me about it, and I looked it up, and I seen it. But this was back in 2014 or 13. I looked it up because she had told us about it before. Then I looked it up, and I seen, yes, it's true. And yeah, the hold on, I almost forgetting what I was gonna say. So, like, yeah, basically you'll have yeah, they don't want people to have this truth. So that's how I knew that they're gonna find a way to take the internet from us. And I seen them doing it slowly since way back. When they moved on to torrents and they arrested Mega Uploads, the guy who ran the site Mega Uploads, but he got caught up mainly because he was profiting from it, and they were copywritten material. That always gets people. That always gets them. Stop being fucking greedy and just leave it free. That's how this works. I could explain all that universal law stuff, but with examples. I'm not just somebody that's gonna just say stuff and not have real life examples that you could Google and look at easily and know just from things you've seen and been through in life. And what else was it? So yeah, that's what they're gonna do, is do this thing where it's like, yeah. So that's how I knew they were gonna take the internet from us. It's too much light. It's too much truth can come from it. It's too much truth that does come from it, and they don't want that. It unifies people. Anything that they see that unifies us, they'll come after and destroy. Just like TikTok. TikTok was unifying everybody. If you were there in 2019, 2020, 2021, you'll know, you can attest, you can agree with me on TikTok was unifying us. And they know that they could kind of see into the future with some things. They could see into the future. So they know that an uprising and a unification would happen with the people, and they don't want that, because then they'll get revealed for who and what they are. And what was it? What else? Yeah, so the internet thing, the final part is this, right? Not the final part of everything, but like the internet thing is, they'll start charging you via site. Basically, and I don't mean via site, per site you go to. Like, you'll have something that's like, you get 10 sites, 20 sites, such and such downloads. And if you've purchased the internet, you know that they already kind of prepping us already for this dialogue. That's why I say, you get 50 gigabytes. That's 10 movies. That talk pissed me off when I first heard it way back in fucking 2009 maybe. So whenever I first heard broadband with this shit, that's 10 movies. 1,000 songs, MP3s, and it's like these sizes vary. So why would they tell you this lie? It's a lot. They don't know how much. Gone with the Wind is freaking huge. It's a movie though. So if it's 10 movies, what are y'all saying? An hour, right? It's an hour. So they're gonna charge people site pages. It might even get to the point where they charging by the time. Hey, you get 2-3 hours a day. Stuff like that. That's what they're gonna start doing to us. You get 5 songs. 5 songs, 10 music videos or whatever you'll be able to pay for. That's what they're gonna start doing. And straight up sites will be banned. That's like you won't be able to go to other sites. That's not corporate sites like Hulu, YouTube, uh, like Home Depot, things like that. Google is already kind of doing it. They've been started doing it by removing the torrent sites and other farm sites and stuff like Reddit. Reddit is a garbage site. I can't stand it. Reddit, the people that use it, don't realize what they gave up, what they killed by being strictly on Reddit for things. Now you can't even speak. If you go make an account for Reddit right now and try to talk or make a post, you can't. When on real forums, you could have done that. But yeah, I'll just end it with that. I'll end it with that. Be careful whenever they talk about y'all safety. People have already spoke about this, especially when they mention kid safeties. They'll dangle it in your face to make you scared and think, oh, like, oh no, the children is. It's like, don't let somebody trick you like that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Share this video. Leave a like, please. Comment about something that if you got something real to say. Thank you. Bye.